All right, today we're diving into something that, well, it might hit pretty close to home for a lot of you. We're talking about the survival strength of high sensitivity. And yes, you heard me right, I said strength.
You've probably heard this a million times, right? You're just too sensitive. If that's you, then you're in the right place. We're about to take that old line, turn it on its head, and see it for what it really is. Not a flaw, but a seriously powerful asset.
So let's start with that label, the whole too sensitive thing. Because, for the longest time, it's been completely misunderstood, painted as some kind of a weakness.
And when someone says that to you, man, it feels like a total dismissal, doesn't it? Like your feelings are just wrong. It can make you feel super isolated and you start to second-guess every single one of your reactions. Oh yeah, you know the greatest hits. You're overreacting. You cry too easily. You just need to toughen up. The message is always the same, right? That feeling things deeply is a weakness. But what if that's not just a little bit wrong? What if it's the complete opposite of the truth?
Okay, so this is where we're going to flip the script entirely. This isn't about trying to be less sensitive. Nope. This is about finally understanding the incredible power that you've had all along.
Just think about that for a second. I mean, really, what if every negative thing you've ever been told about this part of you is just flat out wrong?
This brings us to the core idea here, survival strength. It's this whole new way of looking at it. The idea is that your high sensitivity isn't a flaw at all. It's like a finely tuned instrument, a massive psychological advantage for getting through this crazy complicated world.
All right, let's dig into the first of these strengths. And it's a big one, probably the one that gets the most flack, but honestly, it's a masterpiece of emotional design.
So the fancy psychological term for this is high emotional reactivity. But all that really means is you're wired to feel things more deeply and you're better at letting those feelings out. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It's just how you're built. And this is where the perspective shift is so huge. The old way of thinking, crying is for the weak, but the new, and frankly much smarter view, it's a healthy release valve. It's what stops all that emotional pressure from building up until you just pop.
Yeah, think about it like this. Your nervous system is constantly downloading a massive amount of information. Crying? That's just your system running a program to process all that overwhelming data. It's not a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that your system is working exactly as it should.
Okay, let's get to the second strength. And this one might actually blow your mind a little. Because the very same thing that makes you feel everything so intensely, it's also what can make you the most rock-solid person in the room when everything hits the fan.
The idea is something called stress inoculation, and it's basically like an emotional vaccine. See, because you've already dealt with so many intense feelings and you've processed them, your system has built up a kind of resilience and immunity. It's not new territory for you. You've been here, you've done this, and you got through it.
And there's a clear path to how this works. First, you actually feel those deep emotions instead of pushing them away. Then you do the hard work of processing that stuff. And out of that, you build this incredible emotional strength. It's a superpower you've earned, not one you were just given.
And the result? When a real crisis hits, when everyone else is running around losing their minds, you're the one who suddenly gets super calm and focused. For them, it's a 5-alarm fire. For you, it's a Tuesday. You've navigated this kind of intensity before. You know the way through.
So what happens when you put these two strengths together? Well, they're not just cool ideas. They become real, practical tools that keep you grounded, especially when the world feels like it's totally spinning off its axis. So let's just recap the toolkit you have. You've got that emotional release valve, which stops you from getting overwhelmed. You've got the calm in a crisis ability built from experience. And the sum of those parts is an incredible power to stay grounded no matter what.
And that brings us right back to where we started. But that quote, it just hits different now, doesn't it? It's not just some feel-good platitude anymore. It's the point. In a world full of chaos, your sensitivity isn't the thing that's going to sink you. It's your anchor.
So, I'm just going to leave you with one final question to chew on. In a world that's always screaming at us to be tougher, what if your sensitivity, your ability to feel, to process, to stay calm when it counts, isn't just something for you? What if it's the very thing the rest of the world needs most right now?